Hello, everybody. It's Michael Finkley with The Michael Finkley Show.
And I'm Nicole with Conversations with Nicole. You can join me Wednesdays at 9 a.m. on all of my streaming platforms.
Well, Nikki, don't forget about The Michael Finkley Show, Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CTR Media Network.
Join us.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Kelly of Kimberly Kelly Realty, and you are watching The Michael Finkley Show, and it is absolutely phenomenal.
On the next Michael Finkley, what does Kiki Palmer, Tony Braxton, and Shanice have in common? Of course, choreographer to the stars, Rosero McCoy is with us. He talks about his time in the industry, and we're introduced to Cuzzin M Monday.
There's a new familiar face this time. Say hello to the new daytime. See it everywhere you go. New and the greatest show. It's no other than the Michael Finkley Show. There is no other. He's like no other. I'm so glad that someone resonates with me. Come see the baby. It's too to Michael.
Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, he is the celebrity's choreographer. He is a creative director as well. He is Rosero McCoy. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you? Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
I am super well, fantastic. Thank you so much for taking time
that.
out to chat with this little country boy all the way.
Hey, we love the country.
Oh, thank you so much. And just watching what you've done, right? In your many years of what you do is so appreciated within the industry. And we're definitely going to talk about it more so within this interview. So I definitely believe that we all have a gift, right? The Bible says our gift will make room for us and set up toward great men, right? So when did you find your gift?
Oh, wow. That's pretty good, Michael. It's so crazy because I feel like I would have to say it's definitely when I was younger because, I was always like, get up on that table and dance. Let's see you move. I was always, he danced like Michael Jackson, all of those things. And then I really, it was, dance has been a big part of me because of the outlet that it gave me and me being creative. I didn't have a big family pushing me to dance or taking me to conventions or that. It was just in my soul. And it was the one thing that I was really good at. And so I would have to say that was, wow, it really hit me. Like I would say, elementary, junior high, I went to a school dance and I started dancing and the girls were all on me. And I was like, I'm going to do this for a while because I like that feeling of attention.
Right.
And the attention part of it is what I really loved. But then when I realized I was really good is when I would battle people, freestyle, you know what I mean? If it was me and you, it was done, right? Like I just, not you, Michael, but me and whoever else.
Listen, all you gotta do is shake one leg and I'm done. I'm like, it's too much.
So it's just been at an early age, and I wasn't good at sports. I did the football thing. We would call the OB players. And I remember the first time I got hit, I was like, I'm not doing this. No, you guys aren't tackling me. Then I got up and I was the hey, batter, swing guy, struck out every time. And then, I was just, why are we putting this ball through that basket? It's so little. Should it be bigger? I mean, I'm never going to make it, right? And so all of the sports things just wasn't me. It was for my brothers. And so, but the dance thing just really connected with me. And then the creativity of it, really connected with me. And I just love, living my life like that. My parents would always say, when are you going to stop this and get a real job? And then when I started really making good money, everybody shut up. So.
Well, they see that it's coming in.
It's coming in, and it's also my passion. Everybody's passion isn't 9 to 5, and I work 24/7, but I also enjoy what I do, so I could come home to what I want. So yeah.
Gotcha. And you mentioned that your parents, you're like, we ain't gonna get in a regular job, we ain't gonna stop this. Did you receive any type of backlash from any persons in the field or persons that you kind of looked up to? Is like, why are you doing this? When are you gonna do something else?
This person I love with all of my heart and mind and soul. But at one point, she did say to me, you know, those people have been doing that their whole lives. How are you just going to jump out here and do this? You know, this isn't something that you should do. She's my biggest support now. And then, you know, it was, I think, a time in my life where, so I did have that person, and I know where it was coming from. It was coming from another place of being afraid for me. You know, you're going to wake up and what's going to happen when this doesn't happen for you. Usually when people do that, who care about you, it's because they're like, yeah, but what are you going to do? You're going to do it for the rest of your life, you know? And so I did. I've had those people, you know. I've had my family, you know, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. And, you know, this was not a part of that plan at all. You know, that's going against that. And, you know, so my family, they enjoyed what I've done. And as I've gotten more into what I've done, you know, they've come to a couple of shows and things like that. But, you know, my biggest inspiration is me, you know, knowing that I know who I am and I can do it. Right. Like, and the rest is just the praises and the accolades or the no's or the yeses. That's for those people, not for me. You know, we only have a couple of years on this planet, dude. So we got to make the most of it. And we all don't live it the same. There's no other Michael Finkley. Finkley, am I saying that right?
You said it correctly.
Okay, there is no other. Know that, right? And once we live in that truth, the rest is just flesh and blood. Everybody else is humans with their own opinions and their own way walk of life. But until you walk in Michael's shoes or Rosero's shoes, love me and leave me the hell alone.
Listen, that part, you know what? I just realized in doing this, you know, for a few years now,
Right.
just realizing that I'm me, right? There's no one else that I literally had that conversation with myself the other day. There's no one else that can do it like me. You can
Beautiful
try
is
to imitate, but it's me.
How beautiful. Man, when you raise your head up and do that smile and look like that painting, there's nobody else who has that smile, right? There's nobody else who has those dimples. There's nobody else who can do this and look like you, right? That's a signature you. And I caught it the minute you did it. And for me, I just think that's the beauty of humans. There is no one else like you. So why should your experience be theirs or theirs be yours? So that didn't work for you. Now, aside from watching people go down in flames and saying like, I don't know if I'm gonna go that route. I really don't have any type of person to look at as a success, unless they're a successful person in what they do, then I admire them. But I never ever compare myself to them, and I never ever put their energy on me. I just admire that. Wow, you did it, right? Because this isn't easy. What we do is not easy. We make it look easy because we get to do this part of it, but to do this part of it wasn't easy.
It takes a lot. It definitely takes a lot. You get it. You get it. You know, and so like I love that. I definitely love that. And in your gift, right? You have done so much, right? What would you say has been the best part of what you do thus far?
The best part of it has been me be really wow. There's a couple of things. First, the best part about it is me looking back and saying, wow, I did this. That's the best part of it for me. Like, yes, I knew. The best part is the knowledge that I can see, really see. People, you know, I don't get caught up in everything, but I can really see, oh, I'm old enough to know that if I work like this will happen. You know, if you have a seed and you water it, it grows. Now that plant, as long as you water it, is going to grow. It may not grow pretty the way you want, but it's going to grow. So that's the best part of this, is that I've learned that as long as I plant it, water it, it's going to grow. And for me, that has been really, really a good, because sometimes I get impatient. Why isn't it happening now? Or why didn't it happen that way? No, the best part of it for me is that it's happening, the journey. You know, even Cuzzin M, like, is, you know, I've had her for, man, 13 years. And me and her have been around and we get in arguments. Girl, you can't do this show. Well, why can't I do this one? Well, you just can't this time. Just hold back because they don't really believe in you like I do. So give it a minute. So it's that journey, is that process. And that's the best thing, is seeing it come to life, right? Like if you have a vision, like the Michael Finkley show, and you do it, it's successful. If two people see it, it's successful. The success is in the doing. That's it, right? And that's the problem, is in this generation that we live in, so many people have a plane, but nobody's flying because they're afraid to fly, right? You think you should fly like the way he's flying. And no, you got to fly your own plane. The beautiful thing is we have all these outlets, but what are you using them for? So everybody got a plane now. We all can edit a video. We can all put it up. We can all do certain things on our own. But how are you making it fly? Are you just sitting in the plane? Right? So the best part about me is the fact that I know I have this plane and I've been on this journey and I see it flying. I know how to fly it. I know how to make it work for me. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, it does. It does, right? It does. Again, for you, right?
Yeah.
Your lane. So what makes you so different than other choreographers, though, in that right? Because again, you remain so relevant, especially with the people you work with today. And we're going to talk about that too. But what makes you so different?
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, we're different because we're individuals and we see life differently, but the same. I would like to think that my style is timeless. So if you put on You Make Me Wanna from Usher when I did it back in 1990, and you put it on right now, the kids still love it. I love what I do because it's timeless. If you listen to Toni Braxton's Man Enough for Me and you watch that video, the girls, every time she does it in concert, they love it. It was relevant when I did it in 98, and it's relevant right now in 2024. I like doing choreography that is of the moment, but it's timeless. It means nothing to me if it's not timeless. And you can't put it on because Janet, Michael, Paula, Fred Astaire, anybody you name it, the Nicholas brothers, that stuff is timeless. So when the generations watch it down the way, and there was probably other things out, but they're not timeless. So I really, really feel that the one thing that I bring to a creative table is timeless. And also recognizing that if it's been done, I really don't want no parts of it in that same format. Like, we're all inspired by life. But I can't copy what another choreographer has done. I don't care if it was in the 30s or the 20s, but I can be inspired and be like, oh, that worked for them. Now, is it because of the choreography? No, it's also about his vision and the way he executed it, with a beginning, a middle, and an end. The simplest shit is the most effective shit. My brain can only take so much, so you got to give me a beginning to go, oh, oh wow. You only have those three things when you go to a show. The rest is just you eating your popcorn and watching it. But if you gave me a beginning and a middle and an end, I'm up. So I understand that, right? And a lot of people feel it's about the choreography and the steps. That plays a part of it, but no. And then I think recognizing that every artist needs something different. What I give Kiki Palmer is not the same thing I gave Lucky Day. What I give Lucky Day isn't the same thing I gave Usher or, Tony. Everybody has their own niche, and watching what they do naturally and putting it in their choreography is everything, because then they feel comfortable with it, and you're making magic. I remember when I did Usher, You Make Me Wanna, he came to me, and at the time I was choreographing with another choreographer. We were partners. His name is Jamal Sims. And he said, I want to be Michael Jackson. I need something. You know how Michael does the moonwalk and everybody went up? I need something. And I remember being up thinking while I was making it, I was younger. And I was like, what? What does you make me want to do? Oh, it makes me want to take my hat off. Makes me want to open up, pull my pants down, put them up. And when I'm done with that, that's different. like strip hip hop. Then I'm gonna leave my shoes on the stage, so that's the last thing you see, and I'm gonna walk away from them. And when we did that video, we did that, and Usher loved it. To this day, You Make Me Wanna is a huge hit for Usher. That was his first one out the box. It wasn't his first record, first album, but that was his hit, You Make Me Wanna. And I remember when the kids were doing it at the club, and then I saw it recently, not too long ago, when they did it on a dance show, and the ending thing was people leaving their shoes. It's a mark. So, yeah. Did I answer your question? Did I just go on?
Yes, you did. No, this is good. This is good stuff. This is
okay.
Good stuff. It gives us that three-dimensional aspect of you, because we see you out there doing it up, right? But this is a side to see the other side of you in your story and that experience as well. So definitely.
Hi, this is Brett Chapin from Apple TV's Palm Royale, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show. And we're Greek brothers.
On the next Michael Finkley, the one and only Greg McBride is here. He talks about his massive weight loss journey and his extensive catalog as a writer and producer of some of your favorite films. Don't miss it. Monday. Hello everybody, it's Finkley from the Finkley Experience. We're an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. So we assist students with their college and career endeavors. We train school administrators on the state of first-generation students. And also, we partner with colleges and universities to assist with their first-generation population for easy transition from high school to college. So if you're looking for a presenter or a speaker that presents on these topics and so much more, visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com and learn about all that we do. We're looking forward to working with you.
Hi guys, welcome to Awaken. We wanted to serve the city of Mullins. We are church owned, and we felt like a coffee shop was such a huge need in the city of Mullins. There's nowhere for people to just come, get a cup of coffee, sit with friends, maybe do some work on the laptop. And so we feel like it was a service that we could give back to the city. Well, our hope is that people will feel calm, that they'll feel welcome, that it'll be a place where they can come and just clear their mind.
We come here twice a day. That's how good their smoothies, their coffee, their lattes, frappes, delicious. I would love the atmosphere here. If I had time to come and just sit and relax, I would. It's awesome.
One thing that I really love about it being here is just the cozy environment. It's so inviting. I can come in here and I can get my schoolwork done, a good coffee and a good meal. But I'm just really thankful that they're here and that I have a good place to go.
We're open Tuesday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Awaken Coffee Bar, downtown Mullins.
So many different hats. Let's talk. You mentioned it before. Let's talk about Cuzzin M.
Okay.
Listen, I was able to watch. I was able to watch Cuzzin M, and you're also on Key TV Network, correct?
Right.
Oh my word! Where did Cuzzin M come from?
Well, Cuzzin M is my grandmother. Cuzzin M is my sisters, my mom. You know, Cuzzin M represents that strong woman of color of all backgrounds, just a strong woman to me, who speaks her mind and is unapologetic about the way she sees life. And it may not be the way you see life, but she's speaking it the way she sees life. You know, for me, that's who she is. She is that strong woman in my life. She's the one that would tell me, sit down over there and shut up. I told you to stop talking. You okay though, baby? Right? So it's said with discipline, with love, right? That's who she is. Like, she's very loving, but she's also stern and believes things. Like, you know, she's also cool. You know, in one of the episodes, the boy is caught vaping, and she's like, give me that. I ain't no snitch. Just give me a puff. Now get on down there and do what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? She's very much so that one. And the ideal of her came to me because those women are women that I've always been that fly on the wall. I was always being kicked out of the room because while everybody else was doing something, I was in the back of the room listening to them gossip. And I'd be sitting right there quiet, acting like I'm supposed to be playing and not playing with nothing but listen until they find me out and throw me out the room. So you know how that is. So that's where she came from. And I grew up watching Waylon and the Madam. I don't know, this is a show that's really probably before your time, but if your listeners understand me, look at Waylon and the Madam. I liked Alf. I've always never wanted to be a puppeteer, but I've always been interested in how they get away with things. Like, you know, if you were a human, you can't get away with that. But you're a puppet. What you gonna do? Get mad at the puppet? You know what I mean? So she is, especially in this day and age, you know, she can get away with more. And this was her time for me. You know, like I said, I grew up watching those kind of things, and I always thought they were funny because I never really looked at the puppeteer. It's like when you watch Sesame Street, you don't care who the puppeteer is, but that character is keeping me engaged. So that's what she does for me. She keeps me engaged. I like her to make people laugh, you know, and I like that she's funny and she doesn't know she's funny. She's just real. Yeah, she's just real.
Oh my gosh. I tell you, when I saw the first one I saw, I think you did this years ago with Kiki Palmer,
Oh.
and you sat down and y'all had a conversation with her, and it was just so funny. It was just so funny. What are some of the viewers saying about Cuzzin M?
Oh man, you're gonna get me emotional right now. You know, it has been so positive. She's made me feel good. I needed that laugh in my day. I love when they say the lines like, "You try my life right now. You about to get fired." Like people have said that in the comments when they're repeating it. You know, this week's episode where she delivers, it's called Delivered. You know, it's so funny because she has to deliver this girl's baby. When she's waiting for her delivery from Uber Eats, you know, and she starts the whole episode with all this junk around her, junk food, and she's eating it, complaining about the sodium in it. This is why people dying from the diabetes, but she's eating it. You know, it's the different comments that people are saying they just keep me going. And you know, and in the YouTube generation, we're very move on fast. So I love that the episodes are short and to the point, and they get in there and people are getting the jokes. You know, I wrote it and created it, and my son and I wrote it together. And he's a writer. And he did such a good job. We would come in here in my office, we would sit here and talk about the episodes, and he would go away and write them. And we come back and tweak them. And I would just remember to see the words that he wrote on the page, on the screen, people laughing, makes me just feel great, you know. And that's the feedback that I've been getting. It's just been all positive and great, you know, and thankful to you guys and different people who are interviewing me, who have seen it and are getting more eyes on it, you know, because that's what it's going to take, right? And I'm really thankful to Kiki Palmer because she not only came in, and what people don't realize, she came in and helped me develop it, you know, with her many projects that she's doing. And then she also funded it. I mean, people don't understand that. Like, to put on a production like this, for her to jump on board, you know, and do that, I'm forever grateful. And you know, she saw me when I started, because the interview you talked about, we did that 11 years ago with Cuzzin M, right? And when I brought it back to her because she was doing Key TV, the only thing she said with me was, "Let's do it now." And I thought, wow. So the feedback I'm very happy with. Very, very. And the comments, you know, even on her page when they're talking to her, people are having conversations with her. "I love you, baby," you know, and she's talking back at them. And thank you for watching and supporting. The hilarity, another word that she's using a lot, like hilarious, is she said, the hilarity is going to be coming all week, you know. She just goes in. So I've been loving the feedback in the comments.
Please don't. We need a Cuzzin M. Everyone needs a Cuzzin M.
A Cuzzin M.
Everyone needs a
right, right.
Oh my word! And all that you do, how do you stay sane? Well, how do you protect your mental?
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. First of all, you know, I'm a person who loves to be busy. I only know work because I love work. So when I do have that time, when I take that time, I jump in my little convertible and head out down to Panga Canyon and sit at the beach. And that's something I love. I love to sit on the rock, park my car, and sometimes I'll laugh because I'd be like, wow, I remember this. I remember thinking this part of my journey would happen. And I love it. And that's the time I take for myself. Sometimes I go in my yard and jump in my jacuzzi at night because I can, right? Like, that's it. That's for me. My assistant, her name is Michelle Garman, MG Soul Child. She's this white girl from Morro Bay, but she's so black you wouldn't know it. And hilarious. She's always, you never have no barbecue or nothing at that house. Nobody comes over. Yeah, because that's for me. I don't want a bunch of mm-ms at my house. So that's how I take time for myself, right? And I love it, And after working hard, that's my time for myself. I get to come home, like I've been out on the road for 5 days, it's snowing, driving, working, and now I'm home. I get to talk to you. Before I came, I was in the backyard, doing some Cuzzin M stuff, but I was relaxing. So those are the moments. That's how I do it for myself. And then, man, I have 2 beautiful, beautiful grandkids. Oh my God, beautiful. And I get them on Friday. My son, who's the writer, brings them over, and I get rid of him, and me and them go and have our fun. And that is everything to me. My sons, I have 2 sons I love dearly. My grandkids is a love that I don't even know how to explain. It's the best. So that's what I do.
Just love Mona.
Oh my goodness, Michael. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Love that, because protecting our mental, protecting our peace. I feel that we became woke after COVID, during COVID and after COVID, with our mental aspect, right? And we're finally realizing that it does exist, and now we have to take care of it even more so.
Yeah.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Are you trying to get me, young man? Yeah, I'm very proud of myself. Ooh, yeah, I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud of what I've accomplished. And it's so funny you asked that, because I've just gotten to that point, right? Like I've just gotten to that point where I can go, not stopping, but just appreciating everything that I've done, right? The work of the friendships. Wow. Yeah. Michael Finkley. Yeah, I am. Yes.
Because you have more to do.
Yeah, you do. I do have more to do, but at this point in the juncture in the road, yes. And I'm still getting, we always are just getting started, right? So, and I'm just getting started. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. What's your next biggest dream?
Well, first of all, is that people who tune into Cuzzin M really blow her up and really like hers, and to have her be out there for the world to see with Kiki on a big platform, to really be out there. So that for me is a big hope and a big dream. Also, I would just say to continue on my journey, right? Like that's what's in front of me right now. I have another project that I'm working on called the Knuckleheads, and they're a group. And actually, the theme song for the Cuzzin M show, they did, and that's my son again. And he does it with another gentleman by the name of Gian, who's a Latin guy. And, it's just those 2, and they're called the Knuckleheads. And I really love what they bring to the table. They did a remix that with Shanice Wilson, who had a song called I Love Your Smile. Yeah, they did a remix with her of that song, and they perform it with her, and it's been going really good. We've done a couple of prides with her with it. It was great. It's just a really good remix to the song, and she's on it, and she went in and redid her vocals with them. And Shanice can sing. Anybody who knows Shanice Wilson, she can sing. And she went in there and did it with them, and then we perform it with her. So that's another project that I'm really passionate about, called the Knuckleheads, with an N. The Knuckleheads, just drop the K. And I would love for both of those projects to be successful. And as we speak right now, my son is coming over later once I'm done here, and we're talking about the next order for Cuzzin M and the next projects that we want to pitch. So it's funny how I was always asked, by my parents and people, when is this gonna get old, or when are you gonna get a real job? And it's so funny, what they don't realize is this entertainment thing is not just one thing. You don't have to be one thing, Michael. Yeah, right? You don't just have to. And as a matter of fact, I suggest you don't, because if you're a creative, you better jump into a bunch of creative things that fuel you. I am a creative director that fuels me. I'm a choreographer that fuels me. I'm a dancer who loves to still dance sometime on stage with the artists I work for. So I get up there and put myself in it. When I did this artist, I did an artist, Tony Braxton. Like, I've been working with Tony for a while. And we did, a couple of years ago, we did a trip to South Africa. Now, I ain't never been to South Africa. So I was up on that stage twirling with her, and I'm getting on stage. I'm going on this trip to South Africa. She's like, come on, And then right in the midst of that, we did the American Music Awards, where she was in white and she did the violins, and I was able to creative direct that. And so I love being able to live my fullest life as a creative, right? That's the beauty of it. Yeah.
Beauty. I love it. Oh my word. Again, you just that quickly, you just became that three-dimensional.
Oh, wow.
That three-dimensional. Oh my word. So I must say, thank you so much for being with us. How can we follow you on social media? And also, how can we watch Cuzzin M?
Okay. I'll start with mine because I want to finish with hers. So my social media is Top Hat, like if you had on a top hat Row, RO. So it's Top Hat Row. That's my Instagram and my Twitter. And then on Facebook, I'm just Rosero McCoy, ROSERO McCoy, MCCOY. And to follow the Cuzzin M show is on Key TV Network, which is her YouTube channel. Key TV Network's YouTube channel. And then Cuzzin M's Instagram, and which will take you to her Facebook and everything, is official Cuzzin M. So official Cuzzin M is, and Cuzzin M is with two Z's, CUZZIN space M. So official Cuzzin M is her Instagram and Facebook. And I just want to thank you, man, so much for even having me on and speaking with you. It was great. And thank you for even supporting the page. That just warms my heart. Thank you so much.
Rosero, listen, you can't get rid of me now. You can't get rid of me because I'm a fan. Listen, we're gonna write this out. That means you have to come back.
Most definitely. Whenever you will have me, most definitely.
You're so
got me in tears and stuff. Oh, Michael, you wait till I actually get to South Carolina. I was there. Where Michael is. I ain't talking to him on no Zoom. We gonna talk to his face. He can have me crying in here like I'm talking to the Oprah and some shit.
I'm gonna pop up. I'm gonna pop up. Think of a go away back and
Hi everybody, I'm Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski with ABC 15, and you're watching the Michael Finkley Show.
Looking for some of the best soul food right here in Mullins, South Carolina? I promise you, come on down to Garden Alley.
Our grape salad's fabulous. Our water gate, our potato salad, our chicken is fresh. Macaroni and cheese is salted to perfection. I haven't found anything that's not great. Best ever.
Banana pudding, cakes, pies. Yeah. Selection is huge. Garden Alley is an awesome place to eat. I really love it.
Come by and see the amazing staff at Garden Alley, downtown Mullins. I'm Demario Bird.
I'm Aquino Bird.
And we're out of ink. And you're watching The Michael
Finkley Show.
On the next Michael Finkley, the one and only Greg McBride is here. He talks about his massive weight loss journey and his extensive catalog as a writer and producer of some of your favorite films. Don't miss it. Monday.
As life passes by,